Well, there's Ty Gibbs back out in front. We are working lap number 9, still go with 141 miles to go. Where Gibbs has an opportunity, this driver does not. Back at Phoenix Raceway for the General Tire 150, currently under caution. After a bad start, it only got worse for the 06 driver, Tim Richmond, out of Ottawa, Illinois. Forced to the rear for unapproved adjustments made to his car. He has just now parked it in the turn 4 fence. Not too terribly hard, but not good.
Just gets away from him, gets a little bit loose. You see the difference in color of the racetrack as he backs into the outside wall. The darker part of the racetrack is where they've applied the traction compound. Below that, they've not. Matt, you've raced on this traction compound a number of places all over the country. What is that stuff?
Lap 31 at Phoenix Raceway has brought out our second caution at the General Tire 150. On a beautiful day here in Avondale, Arizona, just a little bit west of downtown Phoenix. It was brought out because of the 22 car. Paul Andrews, crew chief, Chad Bryant Racing, Christian McGee making his inaugural start. Again, found a little slippery going over there in the corners.
Well, I think he made a little contact with Gio Selzy in the 16 car. Yeah, that got him in the outside wall. Not a lot of damage. I was talking to Chad Bryant. Let's take another look at it. See, he's just going to drive across the nose. Not sure that he...
And I'm going to blame that more on the spotter.
Yeah, I think he maybe thought he was clear, and maybe the spotter didn't tell him that he wasn't, whatever. Not a great deal of contact with a...
As a race driver, I'm going to blame the spotter all the time, right? I didn't do anything wrong.
For Chase... Van Moffitt, the 46 right there, the 11 of Dawson.
The 16 goes around into the wall.
Gio Selzy.
He just had somebody sitting on his door. I mean, it was a good hard race, and the air is just so valuable having it on the right side and having side force, and he just got sucked around right there.
His first ever pavement race in a spec late model, he found victory lane.
Yeah, that was Sam Mayer that was on its outside, and you talk about it, that car on the inside so vulnerable. There's Michael Self not going at the initial start.
On board with him. Recently cut off 8 inches of what I'm going to go ahead and call his red-hot locks.
Oh, Michael Self around.
Maybe trying a little bit too hard.
Was there contact from that 12 car of Lawless Allen?
Looking to the inside of the 11 machine.
Yes, he got some help.
Got some help, but it looked like the gap opened up there. Do you think maybe that thing shut off again?
Check back in with us now. You see Gibbs and Self up front, just kind of like it's always been. But it hadn't always been that way.
No, sure hasn't.
We've got a caution flag out once again. The 5th one already. The 99 has issues. That's Gracie Trotter, 3rd generation racer out of North Carolina. One of Bill McAnally's 4 racers.
Yeah, she finished 4th at the Bull Ring in the first ARCA Menards West Series race. Stops on the racetrack.
You get somebody that ran up there and made some decent time. I'm not going to follow the guy. I'm going to go up here and see if this traction compound, I can get it to activate, and I can drive bicycle with you guys.
On board with Thad Moffitt, looking over at Jesse Love as the 32 now. Brings out our 6th caution of the day. That's Howie DiSavino out of Chesterfield, Virginia.
Looks like a good bit of damage to the left rear corner of that car. That's a Kevin Sawinski car.
Top of your screen there.
Had some contact. He was racing side by side. Looked like the 15 of Drew Dollar.
Let's see if we catch it here. Yep.
They definitely made some contact there. Probably another situation where maybe Drew Dollar on the inside of Savino maybe got a little bit loose, had to use a little bit too much racetrack, and they made contact and around how he went.
A further example of the butt whooping that is ensuing here.
Oh, trouble.
18. Oh, Moffitt up in flames into the wall hard.
Left front tire go down?
Blue left front for sure.
Hard contact for Thad Moffitt.
Grandson of the 7-time champion Richard Petty.
See him moving around in the car. There's no doubt it rang his bell a little bit.
That knocks the wind out of you. I've done that there in the old turn 1, and
it's absolutely the worst spot for that to happen too.
Oh, absolutely.
You can see some sparks from underneath the car. Right, now it's down on the wheel. He has 0 control over that car. He can turn the wheel all he wants, and it's going straight.
You're just along for the ride at that point.
Jesse Love does a nice job of noticing the sparks and turning left to avoid Thad Moffitt.
It happens in an instant, but you hear race car drivers talk about it all the time. If you're good on board. Ouch.
Wow.
It probably seems like it's a long time before that big hit.
About 10, 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes of what it feels like it takes.
Absolutely.
And the 18 has caught the rear bumper of the 20. Big run coming, under 7 to go. Caution out, though, once again.
Jesse Love, the 19, with a lot of damage.
Both in the front and the back.
Some best news for Chandler Smith to wind the laps away. Drew Dollar also involved in that, and I thought he was driving away from that incident.
Let's go back and see if we can figure out what, when, where, and why. There it is in the back.
They got tied together getting in turn 3 for some reason.
Left front fender hooked that right rear quarter in.
Yeah, Jesse Love made some pretty significant contact.
Like their Toyota on board before he got to the corner.
Absolutely he did.
Somehow they got together before they actually got to the corner, and it turned Jesse into the outside wall.
Two disappointed drivers that were 6 laps from the finish.